shout out to Coach Gates on his 100th win and really big time win at Mississippi State. Proud of our girls. Thought we battled. I think we're playing a lot better than we had been earlier in the year, and I just love to see the fight and the grittiness. Thought we, to out-rebound a team like Tennessee, who's number one in the country. A lot of kudos to them for their just grittiness and toughness. I felt like. We know Tennessee's a team that can really take advantage of just any kind of miscues in a hurry. And I thought that stretch in the end of the third, with 2 minutes left, I think we were down 2, and within a minute you're down 9. But that's just how quickly they can pounce on you and take advantage of miscues. I felt like there's a lot of positives, and I think there's a lot of things that we can continue to build on, but I love the way this team's showing up in the locker room. I think they're showing a lot of toughness, a lot of grittiness, and unfortunately it didn't show up on the scoreboard the way we would have liked, but I think they have a lot to be proud of.
Questions? Coach, when you look at this game, 24 turnovers, Tennessee plays a very aggressive style of defense. What was kind of frustrating about dealing with that today?
Well, give them a lot of credit first and foremost. They play a lot of players. They go deep. I think really the fourth quarter is where they really pounce on people, but we actually beat them in the fourth quarter, and so that doesn't happen very much against Tennessee. So there's a positive. I would say with their pressure, that's what they do. They just send 2 and 3 at you, and they're long, they're athletic, they take away vision, passing angles. I think we talked a lot about, the speed dribbles were not the answer. We wanted to have multiple pushers once we got the ball inbounded to engage, and then that next person really needed to, I thought Shrek did a good job of this at times. It's just a poised pass fake, and then we can hit. And when we executed that, we had some opportunities to hit some players long and scored pretty easy. And so at times we made it look easy, and at times it was very disruptive for us. But part of that's on us, part of that's credit for them, and that's what they do and how they play.
And Coach, against a team that plays as fast as they do, just kind of how much do you balance trying to play your game and trying to slow them down?
Yeah, I think, we wanted to be ready for both. I think playing in transition in this league is a lot easier than playing against a team that, you got to play on top of. And so if we can get out and go in transition, that's what we wanted to do, but we also wanted to be disciplined enough that we were getting great shots at the end of our drives and sharing the ball. I thought there was a handful of possessions that the ball got stuck a little bit more than what we would have liked. But overall, for this team and doing what they did tonight, I'm really proud of them.
Coach, your team had a hot start in the first quarter. What did you see how they came out to start the game?
Yeah, that's just I think they've really started to find themselves. Again, I think understanding the grittiness, the toughness, the attention to detail, the mental prep that goes into being able to play and be successful at this level, it's a lot that goes into it. And the way they've competed, we had stretches throughout the course of conference play, but I would really say in particular the last 3 games, I think we're getting a lot closer to putting a 40-minute game together. And just the way they keep showing up and pouring into scouting report and to each other, I'm not surprised. I think this is who we are, and we're just going to continue to lean in, and we've got another opportunity coming up.
Tamila had a big game yourself tonight. I believe you finished with 18. 14 of those came in that final quarter. What was working so well for you in those final 10 minutes?
I think just bouncing around and playing with a lot of energy, and my teammates were finding me. I know Avery hit me a couple times as we broke the press, and I got easy layups and, just executing the plays, and everybody's just playing selflessly and trying to find the next best shot, and so that really helped.
Do you ever feel any sort of hesitation being so small around the rim, or is it just go up?
Yeah, definitely. I try to play with pace a lot, and but sometimes I just have to jump with them and try to draw those fouls, and so.
For you, Coach, missed free throws were definitely a big storyline down towards the end as well. Is this something that you've seen consistently from your team, or is this more of an outlier?
I think it's something that you can continue to work on and get better at. It's unfortunate. We had a chance there when they drew the tech to be able to maybe cut it it could have been our ball down 2 and maybe even tie. But it's a 40-minute game, and these girls work really hard. I got a lot of confidence in any of them when they go to the free throw line, and will not let that game, stick on anybody's shoulders. It's all of us together as one, and we win as one, we lose as one. And so there's just different adjustments and different things that I think, in a couple possession loss that you can look back on and think, man, if we could have done this. Do our free throws need to be better? Absolutely. But that's just one part of the game.
For Ashton, the coach mentioned you guys out-rebound them. Just with the team with the length that they have, just kind of what does it take for team rebounding to be able to do that?
I think it comes from everybody. Like, everybody has to do their job. It just takes one person to not box somebody out, and that it's a lose situation for us, and they end up cleaning up the boards, and we're down. And I think tonight we just showed that everybody did their part. Everybody put in effort from the jump, and I think that's why we started off early and had a good start in the beginning. I think we were out-rebounding them to start, and unfortunately it just didn't show out for us.
Coach, you mentioned it earlier, but against Mississippi State, you guys get a win the last 2 games. You guys lose really close to really good ranked teams. What do you feel like has been kind of the difference in the stretch to where you said that you feel like your guys are getting much closer to putting 40 night games together?
Yeah, I think a lot of it's just you've got new players playing different roles, and it takes time. We want it to be like a instant gratification and microwave society. But sometimes when you how college athletics are now, with recruiting in the portal, transfers, and what that looks like, it takes time for people to get settled in. I mean, you recruit some players that played, different roles at different schools, and you got maybe Slaughter, who was at maybe the third on most people's scouting reports, and to adjust to being in the top 1 or 2 spots in other people's scouting reports this year, that's a different load to carry, and it takes time to get comfortable with that. And so I think just a lot of new players, new system. It takes time, and you can't always put a timeline on it. You hope that, you look back, and I think we'd all say, man, if we were playing like this out of the gates in November, we're looking at a different record. But bottom line is you got to trust the process. You got to keep showing up, and that's why I'm so proud of these guys. Right now it's basketball, later on it's life. All they keep doing is leaning in, getting the gym, and next game up, let's figure out what we did wrong. Let's figure out adjustments we can make, and let's keep trying to fight to, get to 1-0 on Thursday.
Delilah, Ashton, from your guys' perspective, what do you guys feel like has kind of been the difference in this 3-game stretch for you guys?
I think just the belief that we all have. We come in every day and we work hard and we want the same outcome, and we're all fighting for the same thing. And so I feel like a switch kind of flipped for us, and we were just like, hey, after we beat Mississippi State like that, we were like, we can do this. This is something we can do, and we just have to bring it every single game, and we can't let little things knock us off. And so we've just been trying to stay the course and fight each possession.
We'll take 1 or 2 more.
Coach, you guys came really close a lot during the game. You guys even went to halftime with the score tied up. What did those conversations look like to try and take back your lead?
To do what
To
I'm
try
saying.
and take back your lead and up your defensive stuff.
Well, I mean, we know it's a game of runs, and, I think the biggest thing is Tennessee plays a very chaotic style, a very disruptive style, and so we talked a lot about, to be honest with you, the eye of the hurricane, and just really being settled and focused but calm, and the importance of being able to do that throughout the course of different runs. And I thought for the most part they did a really good job of that. But it's a 40-minute game. It's a game of runs. We had some opportunities there, and they punch, you punch back, and that's just the nature of the SEC. It's a really, really challenging league, playing against some great teams, great coaches, and you just, to the best of your ability, put 40 minutes together. And I think these girls are getting a heck of a lot closer to that. A call here, a call there, we could be looking at a different outcome. So proud of them.
We'll take 1 more.
In the possession down 3 in the final minute, just kind of what were you looking for, Coach, and how did you see that play out?
Yeah, we said we're going to go for it. If we could get a 3, otherwise we're going to drive it, try and get an and one, take a 2, and then full court deep or pressure and try and foul right away. But we were trying to go for a 3. We felt like we knew they were switching things, so felt like we might be able to catch them on a ghost screen, on a back screen, and they guarded it pretty well.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.